I honestly don't know where this comes out of. I want to say that it's in Europe. The big question is this a cheap shot or not a cheap shot? They touch gloves, and then the opponent decides to touch gloves one more time, and here's what happened. Okay, as I'm watching this, I can only think of Floyd Mayweather against Victor Ortiz, where they touch gloves, he goes back for a half second, and then cocks him with the left hand and cocks him with the right hand, and he knocks him out. And is it cheap to do that? I mean, look, you're trying to be a good sportsman, you're touching gloves, and then out of nowhere the guy kicks you in the face.
Well, touching gloves means now we're starting, right? I mean, to an extent, so game on, you know.
So right after, you're saying right after the referee says,
they're all cheap shots in this ridiculous sport. So to an extent that you can kick someone in the head, maybe he should. What are you saying? That he should have waited a second, retreated, and then come back together?
From what I've seen, whether it's boxing, whether it's MMA, Muay Thai, boxing, what have you,
send them. They touch gloves, then they send them away. Usually,
understood, but sometimes when guys start the round, they start the first round, they'll be like, all right, let's just one more time. They touch gloves, they back up, and then they go at it. I mean, that seems to be the correct protocol.
I mean, maybe it's a cheap shot. It's probably, he doesn't win the sportsmanship award, but he's not like breaking a rule. It's not after the bell. It's not, below the belt.
It's just an unwritten rule, it seems like. You just don't do it. Yeah. It's a legal cheap shot is what it is.
Right. I mean, I don't know the rules of Muay Thai. I honestly don't. I don't know how that works. It seems not sportsmanlike, but there didn't seem to be a lot of protest from the other guy, and it didn't seem like the 8 fans were up in arms.
The referee signaled later on, we cut it out, but he signaled later on that he was knocked out. And then, obviously the guy who knocked him out was celebrating. The other guy was probably still a little dazed from getting kicked in the head.
I don't know. I think, honestly, that in sports like this, that they'll probably write a rule when something like this happens. If somebody uses a loophole, then they'll say, okay, when you touch, or we won't touch again, or whatever, we'll start from our own corners and then come together.
I mean, I think
this is what sort of catalyzes
change
in sports.
That would be the most logical way of doing it. So hopefully we see a change in the near future so this never happens again.
Right.